Hello guys, it's your boy Slick back with another video here, and as you see here, we're going to show you how to properly change the rear rotors and pads on a 2010 Mazda Speed 3. First things first, these are the tools that you're going to need. So if you don't have this brake kit thing, I don't even know what the hell this is called, but go to Harbor Freight and grab you one. I'll leave in the link in the description below. A vice grip, screwdriver, a 14mm socket, which is in that thing over there. So like I was saying, a persuasive hammer, a T45, a 14-inch box wrench or regular wrench as you see there, and a crowbar, and something to obviously get your wheel off. So let me set the light up and we're going to head and get this started. Alright guys, first things first, we're gonna get this retainer off. First things first was that. Alright, the next step here, as you guys see on the top here, there's a cap here, and on the bottom, there's also a cap right here. If you guys can see, you're gonna pop that off, and this is where you're gonna need your T45. Alright guys, so this is where this two set comes in here. So you're gonna grab the one that's labeled right. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that, but they have a left and a right. So you're gonna grab that, you're gonna put this on it, just like so. And then you're gonna get the one that says M. So there's different options. There's different sets. They got B, I'm guessing that's for BMW. You got 4, I don't know what that stands for, 7, 6, wait, 6, 7. Anyways, that's a Z actually, I didn't even see that. 7, 8, E, G. I don't know what any of these mean, but the one that so happens to work on the Mazda Speed 3s are this M1. I'm guessing that stands for Mazda, I don't know. But you're gonna grab this and I'll show you how to use this. All right, so I had to get the light really close because it's kind of dark in my garage and it's dang near nighttime. But you see those two holes? That's where the M is gonna go into, and then the tool is gonna go inside the M. And then I'm gonna show you guys how to turn it here in a second. Okay, so I'm gonna take this M right here and put it inside of the caliper, like that, so that don't fall out. Then I'm gonna take this tool right here. So when you put this over it, you obviously just put it over just like that. And then once you do that, you're gonna have to twist it. This is counterclockwise. So counterclockwise to bottom it out. And then what you're gonna do is take this and line this up with the hole here. So I had trouble. This is magnetic, by the way. I didn't even know that. So it's probably easier just to put that on there. Then take this tool, put it inside of there, and then line it up with the M. And then twist this counterclockwise. So where you look like you can put a box wrench on this, twist that counterclockwise. It will force this tool here to go inside of the hole and create force. So that's what I'm trying to do as we speak. This is kind of hard to do, especially with bad lighting, but I'm gonna work on the lighting one day. All right, then you're gonna take your vice grip and tighten it as much as you can. Don't strip it, so that's the best I can get without breaking the tool. And I can't remember which way you turn right now, but I'm gonna figure it out. I don't know if you turn it right, if you turn it left. I can't remember. Okay, I just learned a valuable lesson. I tightened this too tight to the point where I couldn't turn it. But yeah, you turn it to the right, and it should be pushing the piston back. I wish I had better lighting. Yeah. See, I wish I had some way to hook this up like that. I think you guys would have been able to see that a lot better. Probably not, but I think I could. I just had better lighting. This is what I get for. This is why I hate daylight savings time. It's like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, just turning probably 8 o'clock, and it's dark as giving hell. It gets dark at 6. I hate daylight savings time. We need to go, or whatever the hell it is, like we need to go back to just going dark at 8 o'clock. Oh yeah, there we go. Turning that baby. Turning that baby. Yeah. Turning. And it's pushed all the way back. So I done twisted all the way back. And you're gonna take this tool here to release the pressure. Boom, boom. Then you're gonna turn clockwise to get this sucker off. Now my biggest fear is this. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that M is stuck on there. All right, so what I did was I grabbed a vice grips, got it on there, and pulled it straight out. That was the easiest way. Just learned that today. Thought I would share. All right, move the brake caliper out of the way. The next step is I'm trying to get you guys a great light. So you see those 2 bolts right there? Those are 14 millimeters. You're gonna get whatever tool you need. If it's a box wrench, ratchet box wrench, socket wrench, whatever you need, and take that off. So that's what's gonna be keeping this bracket on, and the bracket keeps the rotor on. So as soon as we get this bracket off, we'll be able to get this rotor off. So let's get it. Alrighty, the next step is getting the rotor off. Now this is where the hammer comes in. I'm kind of glad this is frozen a little bit so I can use the hammer. So now you take your hammer. Alright guys, so the next step is make sure that you got the right side on the right side. So this is right side passenger, the left one will say left side passenger. They're going to be labeled, and then you're going to be able to put this on just like so. And now that it's not rusted on there, you're going to take 2 lug nuts and do this with it. Okay, so what that does is keep the rotor up so you can finish this job without worrying about the rotor moving itself. So at this point now, you just do everything backwards. So you're gonna put your brace back on, or the brake pad holder, whatever the hell you wanna call that thing. Then you put the brake caliper back on there and you're good to go. So let's go ahead and do that. And obviously you wanna put on your brake pads too. Don't forget about that. All right guys, so when you get these pads right, these are what they're gonna look like. The side with this, whatever this thing is called, I don't even know what this thing is called. You're gonna put it on the inside. That needs to have the piston touching that side. And then this side is gonna go on the outside, just like so. And then you're gonna take your brake caliper, push these back, if you can get these to get pushed back. But these things here, and oops, I'm accidentally trying to, so you're gonna take this and you're gonna push it on, but you gotta push those back, line it up, bolt it up, and you're almost done. All right guys, now the last step here is to get this light better and line this retainer clamp with the holes here, which is deemed very impossible with terrible lighting. And then we're gonna take my persuasive hammer and yeah. Asian persuasion. All right, and your last step is obviously to check your work. So we're gonna take these lug nuts off while I'm here, install new ones or put the old ones back on. And then you're gonna turn it. All right, at least this thing still turns. You're not gonna know if your brakes work until you start driving, because there's no way to spin this and hit the brake. And I don't really feel comfortable at this moment in time having somebody in the car, and this car is front wheel drive, and this car is on jack stands with a hydraulic jack. Nah, I'm good. I'd rather just test drive it and make sure it's good that way. All right guys, this is a lot better, it looks a lot better, and I hope it performs a lot better. You guys seen those rotors, they were cooked. Like, this car brake fades really bad, so hopefully this solves the issue and we can keep having fun. But if that don't solve the issue, in a later video, I got something special for the car. Well, later in another video, not in this video, in another one. I don't know what I said. I'm tired and I'm hungry. All right guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to see me tinker on that even more, I got a couple of other stuff that's on the list. The Speed 6 coming up soon as well on some stuff. The Golf R, I have an update for that one coming up soon. And the last update for something that's coming special around at the end of the month. So I hope you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna keep doing car stuff. I'm gonna keep fixing all my stuff, recording me fixing it, because I had a lot of people hit me up and say, hey, how do you do stuff that's basic for us car guys, but non-car guys that are trying to get into the hobby. If you want to get into a Mazda Speed 3, everything that I do, I want to record it, no matter how small or how big, because just to show people that this is really easy to do. All you have to do is just put your mind to it and have the correct tools and know how to use them. And I'm mostly talking about myself here, because I can't remember how to use tools sometimes. I be having brain farts. But if you like my channel so far, like, subscribe, share with all your friends, and I see you guys in another video.